Hospital porters, pride and dignity stop the New World Order. Welcome to Herpanwo TV. Well, this is another Herpanwo TV, What the Papers Say. And today, we're going to discuss this news story here. The burqa will not be banned. What happens is, there's been a call in many places in Europe to ban the burqa. The burqa is a dress that covers the entire body with a hood and a veil, leaving only the eyes and the hands and feet exposed. Many Muslim women have been wearing it, and more of them in this country have been wearing it as the immigration increases. There's been calls in several countries, like in France, to actually ban it for various reasons. Now, the official reason is it's insulting to women. They appeal to feminism, and they say it's oppressive to women, and it should be banned because of that. Now, the problem I have with that is that there's a contradiction in that which seems to have escaped many of the people proposing it, the feminists and other people like that. And that is that surely, if it's wrong to force women to wear the burqa, and I agree with that, it is wrong, then surely not forcing them to wear it is enough. But they just kind of leap over that issue, and they carry on calling for it to be banned. So it's kind of, you don't have to becomes you're not allowed to, and that makes no sense to me. And if you force people not to wear it, that's also oppression. So that concerns me as well. In fact, there was only one country where they actually tried to ban it, and they introduced an actual ban, and that was Turkey, which is a secular state, not a Muslim state. But women took to the streets to protest. You know, the millions of them. You know, the men weren't there whipping them, the women decided to do it themselves. The reason is they didn't want the government patronising them, and neither do I. So I'm all in favour of people not being forced to wear the burqa, but if you tell women to wear it, that's just as bad. Now we have Trevor Kavanagh, this political editor in The Sun. See, some of the things he says make sense and some of them don't. He's right here, yeah, the abomination, but to ban them is un-British, it is. It's not just un-British, it breaches almost every human rights convention in any country, including the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, it says, you know, public streets and public areas, you are for us to use as we wish. In other words, if we want to wear a particular style of clothing, we should be allowed to wear that style of clothing. And to ban any particular style of clothing is wrong, and what's more, it can lead to much more serious things. Now, a lot of people who support this ban, I reckon 2/3 of British people support the ban, would like to see a ban. Are they really thinking through what they're actually talking about? A ban, the government dictating what we can and cannot wear on a public street. That's the fundamentals of it. That's what they're saying. They're saying that there should be a ban telling us what we can and can't wear on a public street. Okay, that is wrong. Because once they ban the burqa, they can ban other things. Indeed, in 2005, how many people remember this? In 2005, they tried to ban the hoodie. Do you remember? The teenage kids wear with this big hood over their head, a bit like a burqa without a veil. A lot of kids wear them, and they try to ban them. Once they start doing that, once you agree to the principle that it's okay and acceptable for us to be dictated what we can and cannot wear on public street, we open the floodgates, and they'll be banning other things. They'll be banning they'll be banning trousers with silver sequins. They'll be banning woolen jerseys with woolly hats. They'll be banning anything. And before you know it, we're in Brave New World, where everyone wears a colour-coded uniform designating their place in society. So, as I say, this is a line in the sand situation. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. All right. So, I personally am absolutely delighted that the burqa will not be banned. I don't think this is going to be the end of it, though. The powers that be will try another tactic, and they will. So we've got to be on our guard. They'll try and ban something else and provide a good reason for it. As another foot in the door, thin end of the wedge situation. So like I say, be wary, be prepared, and be streetwise, and don't let yourself be hoodwinked into building your own prison and forging your own shackles. Thank you for watching Herpanwo TV. Hospital porters' pride and dignity stop the New World Order.